And we're back to another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and let's get to it. Let's shut her all down. All the parts should be in our possession and ready to go, and then let's make it a brand new day. Alright, let's get going here. Ooh, more RAM. And a card I'm not that interested in. Alright, let's boot her up and get these guys going. So we don't know what's wrong with this, but it's probably the motherboard and possibly other parts. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Let's see here. What do we got? Buying it. Buying it. It's got crossfire, so yeah, we'll buy that. And another tower, cool. Yeah, look at that. $1,300, baby. Feels so good. Alright, and whatnot. So, let's see here. We didn't diagnose this guy all the way, but let's get this one going first. Because I think it's been a while since the last time we played, so I'm not quite sure what we bought here to handle all this, but let's take a look. I know we've got the 16 gigs of memory. Cool. And the Vidya card. Okay, let's try that. And look at that perfect budget expense Dune. Let's go ahead and plug her in. And everything's good. Let's close it up. And we'll do our business. Virus scan. Alright, well that's going. Let's figure out what's wrong with you, my friend. Again, it's probably the motherboard. It's $400. In all fairness, the easiest thing to do is to just take everything out of this computer anyway. And we'll just see what parts don't register. Which is really the best thing one can do. So we'll take everything out. We'll take the motherboard out and the power supply. The only thing I'm not going to take out is the hard drive. Nah, we'll take the hard drive out too. Be suspect of everything, as I say. Alright, parts. Motherboard. Something else is missing too. And processor. Ooh, we have a used one we could just shove in there. Okay. Let's see. Then that. Okay, that's fine. So it's a broken X470. So. Bop. And that'll cover that guy. Pretty good. And we have the used processor. I'll just shove that in there. I think, because what are we talking about here? 165, and then the processor is what? It's the 6-core, isn't it? So it's one at 260. That's 3. That'll put us over budget. We'll use the used one. They probably don't care. Anyway, what's going on over here? Yes. So we'll do that, and we'll buy it now. Oh, you know what didn't show up? The power supply. Oh, the power supply is fine. It's weird that it didn't show up in there, though. And GPU tuner. And this should keep us just under budget. Luckily, we're lucky we had the freaking right processor. Alright, let's put this other stuff back in. And then that. We needed to set the memory, so I'll remind myself to do that when we come back over. Alright. I think we're good here. As usual, always check for prawn. Though usually these guys don't have it, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. We don't need to put the tuner on. We do need to do this. Boop, 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 boop. Riddled with prawn. Run it. See, there's probably not going to be anything on here. Oh my god! Maybe they mentioned it in the email, and I don't remember. It's very likely. Alright, so those are both running. Yeah. Let's go ahead and figure the rest out. Ho 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 ho. Hello, little one. Can you spare a moment to help Santa with a problem? It is cold at the North Pole, and Santa wants to play a game to lift his spirits, but Deer Hunting Simulator won't run on this. Could you find it in your heart to help old Santa by upgrading his computer so it can run the game? The elves have tried already, but their attempt at a wooden CPU was a non-starter, and they haven't quite got the hang of soldering irons yet. Many festive thanks, Chris Kringle Claus, Santa Claus Kringle Claus, yeah. All right, let's take a look. Oh wow, this is bad. This is really bad. Okay, of course we accept for you, Santa Claus. But what we need to find out is what Deer Hunting Simulator requires, which it has one set of requirements, very minimal. So he needs an 8700. Well, that's a Coffee Lake processor, so new motherboard, new processor, new power supply, better memory, 16 gigs of memory even, and a better video card. So the whole shebang, except for a few small things, need to be swapped out here. So let's look at the processors here, and it's an 8700. And what was our budget? 1800, I think. Yep. All right, 1800 bucks. Smackerinos. We'll go with this guy for 360, which is a pretty good deal. Which means we're gonna have to change the motherboard. The motherboard, which is a Coffee Lake, is gonna run the cheapest one that does what we need it to do is 155. That brings us down to 1285. He needs 16 gigs of RAM. Well, this SOB runs at 4,000 megahertz. So let's go with one of these beasts. Or we go with these for RGB. No, we'll go with these. We'll just buy one, I guess, for right now at 270 minus 270. Though we could go with something else later, but let's just go with that. He needs a 1080. May as well put the best thing in there since we can afford it. And then it's 285 left in our budget. So while we're waiting, thinking about what I want to put in there, this is done. And you made it, it looks like. Yup. Power down. And we'll take this out here. No. Get this one out of here too now that we're done. Boom. Power down. Alright. Now, where was I before I was rudely interrupted? So, we got a video card, the 16 gigs of RAM, and then that leaves us with 208. Oh, power supply. Fuck. Get him the beast. 185. Or 850, 140. That's too big. So, we'll go with this guy here. Boom. For minus 150. Now we have 135 bucks left. Let's buy storage. Oh, I don't know. 135. We could put in one of these guys, I think. We'll double check that motherboard, but I'm pretty sure it'll fit an M2. Yep. Okay, so that's good. He's done. Upgrade. Hey again, thanks for the new PC. It works all right, but I was hoping for higher FPS. It needs a faster graphics card. Can you handle that? I know I said I need to get on with my schoolwork, but if you think about it, a faster processor will totally help with that too. And hey, don't worry about my degree. This will be the last upgrade before I really get my head down and get to work. Besides, I'm still looking into that legal case with the stolen goods. There's this ruling from the 1800s that says it's illegal to openly carry fresh fruit in the summer months in the upper Oxnard area. So, bam, got the sucker. He's guilty. After all, thanks. Gus Himshaw. Okay, upgrade his video card. Oh my god, this is problematic. He has the best video card. So, he's got a dual card motherboard. That power supply is going to be cutting it close. His budget's $850, so this is rather simple. We get him another best graphics card. So, minus $730. And then we can buy a better power supply. We have $120, so we'll get the best we can get for $120. Which is, I think, a 750 somewhere. Yeah, 120 right there. 750 watt power supply. Bam. Perfect amount of money. All right, that's simple enough. Hopefully that works. It should. You would think it would. Now, what do we got here? Please, can you squeeze some extra power in my rig? I'd like the CPU to be custom water cooled. Ooh. Please, can you overclock the CPU to 3978? Is it okay? Is it okay that it's so dusty? EKWB components are meant to be the bomb. Okay. So this is the water cooling crap here. Well, $700 for water cool system. So, okay, so now what we got to do for this guy is we actually got to go into custom water cool shop. And we got to buy water cooling stuff. What the hell? That was weird. Alright, anywho, okay, water cooling. So first of all, what processor does he have? A 1700X. So, what is the 1700X? 3800, so it's not high enough for the performance that he's looking for. Now, I believe you don't need to do a water-cooled video card, GPU, but you do need to go over to these three items here. So this, I've only dabbled with this ever so briefly, so this will be a learning experience surrounded by a cavalcade of failure, because I'm probably going to suck at it. So, CPU block. They're all the same price. They fit every socket, so we'll just get one that we like. So our budget is $700, so that's minus $300. And he likes EKWB, but I don't think there's going to be anything different in here. So okay, reservoirs. I think because of our tight budget, we'll buy the cheapest one at $220, which leaves us with $80 left, which is not enough for one of these. Wait a minute, did I put in, never mind, hold on. $700 minus 300 minus 220. I forgot to put in the 700. So we have 180 left, which means we could buy a radiator. The cheapest there's just two radiators. 140, 90 CFM. This one will cost 150. So let's go with this guy. I don't think these other ones are, though nicer, we can't afford them. So, bam. Minus one. That leaves us with $30 left. So theoretically, we could go with a bigger reservoir. So let's go with a bigger reservoir because that's the only thing we can improve upon. Not that I know what the difference is between them, other than maybe look. But bam, we use the exact amount because maybe there's a benefit that I don't know because it's not really, and I'm too lazy to read all this. But it could be a bigger reservoir. So that's the only that's the only thing that's justifying this whatsoever. So we accept, and we'll order this stuff and have it delivered upon the morrow because we can't do anything with it now. We also come with the piping and tubing and everything, so I'm not going to worry about that. In the market for a new PC build. I need a new PC. Can you help? I saw a PC build online that benchmarks 7142. Okay. Can you hit that? The CPU can definitely hit 4,000 megahertz. Can you overclock it for me? I want my GPU to run at 1690. Have you heard of Asus? They're meant to be pretty good. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I like new ones, please. All right, so Asus is rather simple. If we go home, get out of there. It's motherboards and graphics cards. And the best one would be that one right there. It's $700. And 1690, huh? Well, that goes way over anyway, so that should be fine. A pair of those would even be nice. But motherboards. Motherboards. And he doesn't seem to argue. We accept this. We can do this. I'm not worried about this. So, but he wants 4,000 megahertz. And a good GPU. So we need a good motherboard. The Coffee Lake. Our budget's 2010, huh? So let's go to, let's see here. Let's buy this guy and look at the Coffee Lakes because it's the cheapest one next to the, well, the AM4 is an option as well. You know, let's go over here because I think the processors will be cheaper in that 4,000 meg. Well, let's, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go here and look for the speed that we want. 4,000. Who's the cheapest? This Kaby Lake 2-core, but we need performance, so that's not going to fly. Not this time. Not this time. And we need to stay away from Skylake, as far as I'm concerned. So, 250 versus 195. That's still a Coffee Lake. So, let's go with the Coffee Lake. This should be fine. So, minus 195. And we'll get the cheap cooling for $10. The motherboard I did not buy. Are you the Coffee Lake? You are the Coffee Lake. So we'll add one of these for 155. It's 1650. So we've got these three components here. Graphics card. Since we know there's a good card in here, we'll go right to it. Now the thing is if we buy two of these, it'll put us at, actually let me just do it. It's 1,400. Put us at $250 left. That's not enough to do very much. So I'd say let's go a little cheaper to maybe the 665. That gives us 330. That's a lot more practical, but the wattage is insane. So I take that back. The wattage on both of these guys is absolutely absurd. Especially for this number here. This is actually pretty sufficient. So maybe we shall do that at 550. And then it leaves us with exactly 550 left. So we'll go with two of those. Memory on that motherboard's 4,000. But if I go really big, it won't leave us much left with the rest of it. So we can go with 4,000, but we got to do an 8 gig. No way around it. We got to do an 8 gig. And so we'll go with this guy. Minus 140. And that gives us 410. We could change this up to something else if we need to. Storage is going to be the usual solid state at $60. 350. So we could actually go bigger if we wanted to, but we'll go with an 850 watt power supply since we have the extra cash. So that's minus 150, and that leaves us with $200, or it'll leave us with $150 because we're gonna do that. So minus 50, so $150. Our memory was how much? 140. So that would be 16 gig. We could add that back in plus 140. It gives us 290. So if we go to memory, we go to 4,000. We could put one stick of 4,000 megahertz in there. Boom. Which leaves us with $20. And that $20 will be used for one fan. One fan only. Boop. But you could buy another fan. I know. But one fan only. Alright. We shall discard you. And I think we're good. We've got one build and a bunch of upgrades. So I would say that's a good way to go. We'll turn that in. We can close this damn thing. Get out of there. We can collect on this guy. So we've got pretty much our plan for the next day here. I don't see anything else. And we're going to be dicking around with water cooling, which I'm not that excited to do. So let's go ahead and order our parts for next day delivery. Boom. And the first one's going to be a PC build. I think we're good here. You know, let's double check and make sure that we in transit good. That's been bought. I know the other one was purchased as well, I'm pretty sure. So if not, it's coming on the wrong day, but whatever. Let's power down. Let's turn everything off. We're still waiting for the motherboard that allows us to put a shit ton of memory in it, or better memory. So until then, that's going to just sit there and collect the unloved dust that it carries with it. All right, so we got a big work day here. Let's get to it. And we got only one build, so let's attach this here. Attach, there we go. And we've got this one, which is an overclock. And an upgrade. So let's get started with this guy, as we know what he pretty much wants, as I did not grab parts. There we go. Sweet. Open Sesame. Bam, bam, bam. No! How dare you, PCI cover, disobey me. I've killed men for this. So let's go ahead. Throw this beast in. We've got the 150 watt. Look at the 150 watt. Boom. Biggie da boom, boom, boom. Derp, 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 derp. Derp, 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 derp. And processor. Put that in cooling. And boom goes the dynamite. Memory. Big old stick of Trident. And the graphics cards. Oh yes, the graphics cards. Look at the graphics cards and how strong they are. And there it is, $10 remaining, baby. You know you like it. Oh my god. It's so massive. Let's set up the RAM. For it is never correct. Boom. And let's let that go. Alright, what's wrong with you? Besides the fact you're dusty as crap. $700, huh? And you needed water cooling and to overclock the CPU. So this is gonna be a fucking trial and error one, unfortunately, for me. So we'll see how we do on this. Let's get this going first. So 3D Mark. And let's clean this out. I don't want to do it last, because we're going to have to do lots of testing. So I'm actually going to focus on this before we go to the other rig and start running everything else that we know is going to work fine on it. Because it'll all work fine. That's not going to be a problem. The problem that we're going to run into, which is total shenanigans, is that we need to figure out the best way to get all this sorted out. Okay. That. We need to remove this, I think, because that's usually where the reservoir goes. And it won't let me place it. Why won't you let... Oh, it was... Okay, so it goes over there. So this rig is designed for this. Okay, well, that's good to know. The more you know... And the CPU block, which means the radiator can't probably be where it is. So let's move this somewhere else. Probably over here. No, it won't fit over there. Won't fit up there. Let's move it down here then. Because I think we got to get it in the right place. So piping. I believe we do this. To this. And from this to this. Yeah. Wait, what? Okay, so there's a obvious entanglement here. Let me see. I think the radiator location is going to be the problem. Let's just take this out here. The radiator has got to be the problem location wise. Let's see if we can put it maybe up here. We got to keep trying because it's got to go somewhere. And I'm pretty sure they don't make a smaller one. So let's. You know what? Now that it's higher up, it might work. Yeah, that might work. Seriously? Okay, that works. I think we got it. Huh. Okay. And then coolant, we'll put in something we can all see. Boom. So it looks like it's filled with coolant. We'll let it get into some kind of position here. It's a process. It takes some getting used to. And let's put in the case fans back in since they weren't really in the way. I would hate to deprive him of his other fans since they really were not in the way. So let's boot this up. So there isn't much. Whoops, I didn't put the dust filter on. So there isn't much else we can do with this rig now that we've got this kind of going. So all we can do at this particular juncture here is run our testing on it, specifically regarding the CPU settings. We also need to run 3D Mark Advanced because we need to make sure it runs okay when we're done. And we'll check it for viruses. Because it was already pretty fucking dusty. So we need to, at least check for all this stuff. And the GPU tuner, turning that up is not an option. Because we need as much wattage as we can get. And I did not check the 750, so it's pretty good. Okay. So, what is exactly the number that he seeks? The number that he seeks. And I'm going to make a save. Because if we blow that thing up, I don't want to pay for another one. I know this is one of those few times I get a little weird about it. 3978. Okay, so 3978. And we're at 150 volts. And all we can do is try it. We might have to turn the voltage up, but that's the whole point of this liquid cooling thing, is we can do shit like that, I think. Is it up that high? It says it is. It started. Check for prawn. Prawn free and proud. Run it. And all we can do at that point is just hope for the best. And we need to fill with this. Doot. Alright, what do we got here? Upgrade graphics card. Well, we can't do that, my friend. We can just give you more graphics. And run the graphics. It looks like it's going okay over there. Alright, so what were we doing here with this guy? His budget was $850. So it was obviously another graphics card. See, it's not counting as an upgraded graphics card, and this is what I was worried about. Even though there's two of them in there. So I don't know what to do. The only thing I can think of is maybe... You know what? I have an idea. It's a stupid idea, but it's an idea. Take that out. Take that out. New one. Okay, this is problematic. What happens when you buy the best video card available? What is one to do? Okay, I don't know here. Again, there's no better video card option. And I don't think there's going to be for quite a while. See, this is the kind of stuff in this game that really gets on my nerves. And I kind of should have predicted that this was going to happen. $730 over? Oh, because I... Okay, hold on. I've put in the wrong card. I guess. There we go. So, again, how does one get a better card than this? Okay, so here's the deal. Let's take this out, and we're going to take this one out. There's only one thing I can think of. And I don't know if we have a spare version. No, the only thing I can think of doing is putting the Founders in here and jacking it way higher. So, and we're going to rush order this because I don't know if it's going to work or not. So, here's this. No, we want the highest. 690. But we know that we can jack this up higher in frequency than the other one, which is 1936. I know it sounds weird, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Let me see. 1080. I'm pretty sure it was the Founders. Yeah, 690. So let's buy one of these. Have it same day delivered. Because this is going to be problematic. If this doesn't work, I don't know what else to do. Graphics card. Boom. Now, I shouldn't register that it's a better card yet. Though the other you know what I didn't even try to do yet was to boost up the performance. But we'll figure that out in a minute. Looks like this worked. Wow, look at that. Liquid cooling for the win! Alright, and this guy for the win! Well, these were simple enough. The one I thought I was going to have a lot of problems with ended up being one of the ones that didn't have a lot of problems. Which was this guy. Alright, you. Definitely you. And we'll check for viruses. Boom. Power down. Check that out in a minute. Get this out of here. So that was fun, our first liquid cooled rig. Alright, scan for prawn. Probably none. Well, that last one had prawn in it. Alright, so let's see here. If we juice this guy up. It's not considered an upgraded card, is it? Yeah, I don't know how to do this, guys. This one's going to be weird. We might have to take a hit on this because there's just no way to do it. From what I can see... Oh, wait. Did I hit apply? Yeah, from what I see here, I don't see a way to do this. But what we might be able to do is get our money back on these dual cards dealies here. So let's at least put these back in. His original one and the one we bought. Because beyond that, there may not be much of an option. Because I just don't see how it's going to work. Because there is no better card. So if you can't dual card, then where do you go from there? You know? Fuck it. I'm just going to run it. And yeah, we have no better card, and I'm not going to sit around and wait for one. Isn't there a deadline on this? No, there's no deadline on this. We could just turn it in as is, but I don't think it would count. So this leads me to believe that this is a problem, a big problem. And with an $800 budget, it's not like you can buy much else that would be better, per se. Even though we gave him a better performing machine all the same. That's got to go. That's got to go for the moment. This motherboard's got to come out, right? Yeah. Come on. There we go. And the power supply is going to come out. I mean, we can sit on it, but that's another computer I gotta sit on for a better video card. I don't know. See, look at that. Look at that freaking performance, and you're gonna tell me that's not gonna count as an upgraded graphics card? Fuck you, game. Fuck you in the ass. I think, guys, we'll have to make an executive decision on this, because from my experience of playing, it'll be quite a while, I think, before we're going to get better video cards in here, but objectively we could also wait. I think, you know what we'll do is we'll wait. Which means we got to take this power supply out because it may not be relevant. So, because if we have to buy a better card, it's going to be more than $700 and something, most likely. So, that's my story. I'd be sticking to it. That's what I think is how this is gonna play out. So, put that back in. That is not his power supply. What do I do with his power supply? Oh, you know what? It was one of the unlabeled ones, wasn't it? So it was a 650 watt. So we'll put this back in. We'll put everything back in the way it's supposed to be for the time being. And we're just gonna have to sit on this because we don't have the means to do it. I mean, again, we could send it back and get our money back on those cards, but video cards are pretty easy for us to get rid of, especially big ones like that. That power supply is going to hurt a little bit, but we'll probably get the money back for that too at some point. I just don't see, and we also bought that Founders and that didn't help us either, so we're just going to have to eat that for now. We'll get that money back. We will get that money back, but it will be a little while before we do, I'm thinking. So, and that's just kind of the way it is. Not much we can do to really just rectify this. We're going to sell these old-ass fucking shitty-ass sticks of memory. See, I'm a little bitter now because I hate when this happens in this game. We're going to give him the beast. Processor is the 8700. We're going to sell his Well, oh, we have a good Skylake over here, so, well, they're about the same. Yeah, we'll keep it, because we can do stuff with it later. Alright, whoops. The cooling, no better cooling. I already forgot what I got for old Saint Nick. Need to open a second one of these. Make room for the graphics. The Uber graphics. And we got to put in a new power supply. I think we also got him better storage, didn't we? Yes, we did. Power supply. I'm gonna use that shitty power supply too. Use a slightly better power supply since we did, and then thought we bought a case fan. Guess I didn't. Whatever. Alright, are we good? I think we're good. I just got to run 3D Mark. Okay, so let's close this up. Set the memory. See what happens, kids, when you build too big. Sometimes you just can't fill the requests that people have for you. Even if you Power them all the way up. So we need to run Virus Scanner because it's still his same hard drive. We're not switching hard drives over. We put a better hard drive in there, but I don't want to switch hard drives over. And the reason why is because this is a specialty thing, just based on the background and everything. And he might lose his shit if we swap over to another hard drive. So we're going to run everything off that mechanical. He does have a fast one in there. Maybe the rig will come back that way, but I'd rather leave it this way. We don't need to run any of that. So power down. And hopefully we can get a better card than that last video card, but I don't know if we're going to get it or not. I have a feeling we're not. So we're going to be stuck sitting on that rig as well for a while until we get a better video card inbound. All right. So we can collect on this. Wait, what? Why did we get 1 star? This must be glitched. CB super cool now. This is really cute, but the constant thermal... Thermal throttling? Fuck you, asshole. That's weird. Thermal throttling. Not sure what I don't even know what that means. And see, now we can't do some of these, so... See where I get frustrated with some of this? Because it's like the thermal throttling. What the hell is he talking about? I don't know anything about the liquid cooling. And apparently it shows. It's always something. Always something. So these, eventually, when they run out of time... Where's that 5-star? Yeah. So if we don't get back up to 5 stars in 4 days, which is very unlikely. It seems like it takes forever to recover from a bad rating, which actually is one of the negatives to this game. It shouldn't take you that long to recover from a 5-star rating. And we PC tested it all, so I don't know what he was talking about at all. I mean, I guess we could reload and try and look at it again, but you know what? I think I will. We made that save for a reason. So let's do it. I'm curious, because this is kind of where I'm going to be stuck at for a while as I try to troubleshoot this whole problem. Because I don't understand what he means by CP, the thing throttle makes a throttling noise? What the fuck is he talking about? Power it up. Go in. And... $39.78. Maybe that wasn't enough voltage. Though this will probably blow the damn thing up and we'll have to reload again. Yep, blew it up. No CPU found. So, alright, let's go ahead. Main menu. I want to figure this out because I know that there's a system to this. And for the other stuff, I won't waste your guys' time. Though now, I didn't buy all those cards, that extra Founders card. So, kind of helped myself out there with that. So, there. Okay, so maybe we should upgrade the ratio. 39.75, 78. CPU ratio is much faster. The CPU runs compared to the base clock. Okay, let's just leave that alone. Let's try this. Even though I'm pretty sure there's nothing on here. Let's see if this fixes it. Maybe we couldn't do it. Maybe we had to do it with the other tool instead. I don't know. Let's see. We'll give this a try. We'll let this run, and if it still fails, I'll have to spend the next episode kind of dicking around with it. Because obviously there's something up with it. What is this? Okay, this has not been tested. And it still needs the tuner. We know this guy we can't do anything with right now, so let's just put it off to the side for Santa's little helper here. To which we know what to do here. I know you saw me do this already. I'm just getting it going while we wait for that to finish. And then from there, I'll finish these two guys off screen because there's nothing to show really. And then when we come back, we'll be kind of caught up with buying new stuff for the next stuff coming in. But my goal really is to figure out what's going on with that CPU. And I might even make a new fresh save here to get through this part. So I don't have to keep rebuilding these machines while I wait for that thing to sort itself out. So yeah, that'll be something else in and of itself that we need to sort out. Damn you. I didn't want to open you. Get back in there, fool. Memory. And you know I'm going to sell off some of the used crap that's in this rig. Like, this really crappy RAM can go and burn in hell. Now, some of you might say, use it, use it. No, we have shittier RAM. We don't have shittier RAM, but we do have shitty RAM that is just about as good. That's not, okay, it's really not good. It's just, you're not going to get much for that RAM, and I'd rather get the maximum money out of the stuff we are already kind of sitting on. So, okay, so this is theoretically done. Let me just finish these really quick. I said I'd do these off screen. Because I may have to redo it anyway. So let's just shut this down. And if this goes through, then we know that you have to do it a very specific way. You can't just up one and the other. Or it has to be maybe a combination of the two. Alright, so... And that could be it too. I'd have to fiddle with it a little bit, but let's take a look. Because I'm not taking a 1 on that just for that fucking reason. Nope. Super cool now, and the system is really quiet, but there's constant thermal throttling. Thermal throttling. Sounds kind of dirty. What is thermal throttling? What the hell is he talking about? So this is going to drive me nuts trying to figure this out. So I'll have to figure out and play around with this guy and see what we can figure out's going on with this thermal throttling problem. Because I can't even think of what the hell they're talking about. So maybe it's something simple. Maybe it's something more complex. I think it's a settings issue that, you know, maybe the tutorial will tell us about. And I've not actually done the tutorial so that I can remember. If I did, I don't remember doing it. So maybe there's something in there. So anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. When we come back, we'll have this little son of a bitch figured out and fixed and set up right. And then I'll have these other rigs done. You know, and we'll have these guys done as well. And then I'll have these already turned in on top of that too. Because you know what the issues are, as do I. So anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTardStudios to watch my live stream stuff and my live streaming of JRPGs and other games. As on top of that being sometimes simulation games, as well as you can also check out our Chairman of the Board Tabletop show and our Hobo Headcraft Blind Play show, where one of our chairman blind plays JRPGs and other games that he completely missed out on. So again, thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see you guys next time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.